I know I don't have a lot of reach, but I'm hoping this will get pushed out into the feed and it will reach the right people. But recently, my hometown, Cebu City, was devastated by a typhoon, Typhoon Tino, with sustained winds of 150 kilometers per hour and gusts of 250 kilometers per hour. To put it simply, it was very strong. This comes a little over a month after a 6.9 magnitude earthquake in Bogo City on the same island of Cebu. And so a lot of people are still recovering. I will be including the infographics, the QR codes for how you can donate at the end of this video, so watch until the end. I do want to talk a little bit about the situation back home. Workers are one of the most vulnerable sectors during times like these, and by extension, urban poor communities, because minimum wage earners usually live in urban poor communities, and most workers work under a no work, no pay employment scheme. And so during disasters like these, they are faced with the difficult decision of not going to work so they can tend to their families and their homes, and then receiving significantly lesser pay during a time when they need it the most, or going to work and bearing the psychological, emotional, and mental distress of the lack of security and safety while recovering from the typhoon. My colleagues in the labor movement have started initiatives to call for donations for all affected. This is on top of being victims themselves. And while our resilience as Filipinos is remarkable, the way we help each other, our bayanihan, it is remarkable. But it's not an excuse for the government not to do their job. It's not an excuse for us not to demand government aid and assistance. The labor organizations starting these initiatives are also demanding for immediate and indiscriminate government aid and assistance to all affected, and for the government to prioritize safety during a time like this by suspending work in the private sector with pay. Because the thing is, there are no natural disasters. There are natural hazards like typhoons and earthquakes, but there are no natural disasters. It becomes a disaster based on how it impacts society and the people. And so disasters happen when there are no infrastructures or programs in place to prevent death and destruction, when there are no financial mechanisms to help victims recover from these disasters. We have every right to demand better.